All right. So thank you, everybody. And if you're a DApp developer or even a regular developer, I've got some good news for you. So I'm the CTO of Aikon, and at Aikon, our mission is to help developers make the promise of blockchain a reality. So if you're a developer who's building a DApp, you know that this is a pretty hard challenge, right? It is really hard for developers to build great apps, and it is really hard for users to use them. So let me ask you a question, or a few. What if everyone could use your app, even your grandmother? Like the barrier of entry to use your app is so simple, anyone could do it, right? And what if your app or your brand could have its own currency, right? On the chain, on EOS, a trusted decentralized currency, and being able to create that currency really easily. And what if every user who used your app could have their own account just for that app, which would track the balance of their currency just when they used that app? So if any of these things sound interesting to you, let me tell you about our new product that we're releasing at the end of September called ORID. And ORID does a lot for users and for developers. For developers, it allows you as a developer to get regular people onto your app, right? So really low friction to sign up, get accounts, get initial balance, and get moving. It also significantly reduces your pain as the developer and cost for creating and managing the accounts for these people as they join your ecosystem. It also significantly reduces the amount of work that you need to get users onboarded to your app. Right, and every app has its own accounts and currency just for those users. And speaking of the users, for them, what ORID does is it makes it really easy for them to access and remember their password for their crypto wallet, right? Using the technology that they're used to, logging in with their existing accounts, right? So bring their own accounts, Facebook, Google, Twitter, LinkedIn, GitHub. Letting them log in and then have a very simple way to remember their password. It also allows them to create or control what they share with the DApp, right? So what, do they share their email address and their name? It gives them more control over what they share, and that gives them a little bit more comfort to go into a space as scary as the blockchain. It also provides the native EOS password reset flow. So if you're a DApp developer and you've asked yourself, okay, how do I make it easy for developers to reset their passwords using this built-in EOS mechanism? Well, we will provide that for you out of the box. No extra work. It also provides scatter integration to let users who already have a software wallet installed on their computer easily transition their identity from online app into or native app into their scatter. So what does the user experience look like? So let me give you a quick walkthrough. This is a screenshot of what Lumios will look like when they integrate ORID into their platform. You can see in the upper right-hand corner, there's a sign up button for Facebook. The user clicks on that, and it pushes them through the regular OAuth flow. So anybody who's logged in using Facebook as their identity would see, has seen this, and this is familiar. So you accept that identity, or you accept that, and then you go on to the next screen, which essentially is the only thing that you have to do as a user, which is put in your password to remember your wallet. So you've logged in with your Facebook identity in this case, you just put in a password to create your wallet, and that's all you'll need to remember in the future to access or send things from your wallet. Once you click the Set Password button, then you have a button as an option to connect with Scatter, which just makes it really easy to move your identity directly into Scatter. And when it does this, by the way, it moves it from an encrypted state into an encrypted state, never any clear text private key. And then the user is set. In the future, when they come back to your app, all they have to do to actually send coins from their account is to put in their password for their wallet. So you can actually see how this experience works today. You can go to api.market. This is our Aikon's marketplace for blockchain-enabled APIs. So if you're a DApp developer, you can go to this marketplace to find DApp APIs that integrate to your DApp. And if you have APIs that you want to sell to other people, you can publish them on the API marketplace for free. And we built this OR-enabled very simple login flow for API Market. And when people saw it, they said, how did you do this? Can I use it for my DApp? And that is essentially how and why we built ORID. So as a company, there's two things that we built, and I'll just finish with this. We built the OR protocol, which is an identity and rights protocol, and that's what ORID is built on top of. So ORID is a lot more than just an identity. It's also the entry to a huge protocol which can do lots of things for you as a DApp developer. Super fast, runs on EOS. And then the API Market is a decentralized marketplace for you to publish and access blockchain-enabled APIs. So those two things together, and for the call to action is if you want to get early access to ORID or try out the experience, here's the link. I'll go ahead and paste the link into the chat window so you guys anybody can come and answer the survey, and we'll get you on board as soon as possible.